Okay, so Belial is angry with me right now. He started punishing me yesterday for the videos I put out, the interviews, 4 of them. I kind of felt knew he would, because I don't have any altar for him, worship him, or anything like that, because in the beginning he had, the first time I contacted him through his seal, and I might load up that video. He actually helped me that one time, just like nothing, really kind, and with no punishment or anything. So then I out of gratitude, I put up an altar for him, and I kind of fell in love with him. And I remember that time, after he did that favor for me like that, just through contacting his seal and just through talking to him briefly and asking for this favor, and he just responded and returned the favor like nothing. I who practice Gable, you know, the Gable rune, real love and abundance. I just started loving him right away. So I set up an altar for him right away, and with flowers. And I remember he kept an orchid flower in a small vase, and like just a piece of the flower, orchid flower, in a vase. He kept that alive in the vase on that altar for months, like really supernatural. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, but after that, as I started asking him for more favors, he got really angry. Like the black magicians, they say you have to ask these spirits for favors. So your brain gets kind of messed up thinking you have to ask them for a lot of things, like they want to be asked for favors here and there. But that's totally wrong. They don't like to be asked for favors at all. So the next time I asked him for favors, he just raged at me like, no. So I got scared, and so and confused, like, since the black magicians say they want you to ask them for favors, I got really confused and scared and thought, oh, I'm not asking you for anything again. But then he started showing up anyway, because I don't know, he was around, I guess, because I had the altar for him with the flower that I took really good care of since he did me that first favor so easily. You know, for a woman, love grows. A woman who lives in the abundant natural system, you know, you want to love and love and love back to the masculine. So I still had the altar with a flower, and so I guess he was around somehow. So when I started asking around for spirit to help me get rid me of my severe opiate addiction, he showed up on his own, naturally wanting to help. So, but anyway, the thing I was going to talk about now was the fact that he started punishing me for making those videos last night. He started making my head hurt, and my sinuses started making me sick, and not naturally sick, but they can make you sick. They can give you migraines and stuff. I tried to include in the pact when he decided to help me with my opiate addiction on his own. He wanted to do it on his own. I tried to infuse a deal in that pact to help me rid my son of his migraines. And he couldn't say no to me because I was in such despair as a mother. So he couldn't own his no, so he said yes, even though he didn't want to. And that led to a lot of abuse on my part later. Just because he couldn't own his no, he started abusing me for it. Because he didn't want to do it, but he did it anyway. You know, men can be that way. But anyway, so I had to, with him saving my son from his migraine, I had to delete that pact totally, because he started making my son's migraines worse. As angrier he got at himself, agreeing to that deal without really wanting to, he started to abuse my son with migraines worse. So I had to cut that deal. I had to tell him, no, fuck you, fuck that deal. You didn't want to do it, and you're punishing me and my boy for agreeing to the deal even though you didn't want to, so fuck the deal. My son will have to deal with his migraines, and I don't want you to help me with it at all anymore, ever. So he stopped. But anyway, that's part of his personality disorder. But anyway, so where was I? Yeah, he started to punish me yesterday for putting out all these videos on him, the interviews, because it forced him to be very vulnerable, and he sees vulnerability as weakness, which it is not. That's how I've tried to explain to him. It is courage. It is strength. Because the world needs to know you, Belial. Know you truly are. You know. So they can't judge you wrongly, but judge you correctly. The truth is the only thing that can save. But he started to punish me anyway. He thought he's in his deals with himself, thinking he has done something for me. He didn't like being so vulnerable on YouTube, you know, in front of the whole world. So he started giving me headaches, sinus problems, and he's done that before as a torture method giving me headaches. But this was another type of headache he gave me, like more thick more thick one headache, and with the sinuses and making me feel sick. And even though he said he wouldn't punish me because I'm in kind of self-punishment, he still had to punish me. So he does this every time someone does something he doesn't like, he punishes. And this is a very mild punishment for being him. And he wants credit for mild punishment. He considers that love. When he punishes mildly, he considers that as love. He's really distorted that way. Like, he can say things like, well, you shouldn't complain now, because this is nothing. I punish you mildly now, so you should be fucking happy. This is love. This is me loving you. As he is punishing you, abusing you, no matter how mildly, he considers that as love. Really distorted, really disturbed. And I have said to him, I will never be happy ever for you abusing me, ever, no matter how fucking mildly. That's taking me as a fucking hostage, trying to make me be happy and consent to abuse and accepting your abuse and I can't find the word now, but so distorted. Like, I will never accept any abuse from you, ever, Belial, ever, never, never, ever, ever. Never ever can lesser abuse be nothing but abuse. But he doesn't understand this, because he abuses so severely, so severely, that when he abuses mildly, he sees it as though he loves you then. He sees it as though he's kind to you then, loving to you then, even though he is abusing you. Lesser, but still abuses you. So yesterday, after the last video got uploaded, it got kind of heavy for me. But now it has, this day it has been more okay. I don't feel he is a little abuse I have for today. Like chills, he gives me cold chills. Like I'm freezing. And I detect it directly when he is on my astrophysical body, abusing me, or touching me, or whatever, hurting me or whatever. And yeah, what else abuse has he been? He's angry with me, he says now. Why are you angry with me, Belial? Because you abuse drugs, he says. The alcohol, you mean? No, he says. The benzodiazepines. Yes, but they are legal though. I get them subscribed illegally. I can't talk about this on camera. But anyway, he has a real virtuous thing against drugs. Really non-accepting of drugs. Like overprotective, like this Jupiterian overly virtuous stuff with drugs and stuff. Drugs and painkillers have a real place in this world. Humans really need it from time to time when shit gets rough and shit gets hard. God knows I know it. It's been the struggle of my life, and I have had it legally and illegally. It's hard to get legal the drugs you need to get by. It's really hard. And I'm angry with you because I tried to get you clean, he says. Yes, but you're also abusing me so much to the point that I can't stay clean from drugs, Belial. I can't do it. I can't live with people abusing me. That's how I started abusing drugs in the first place. People abusing me. All my life I've been abused by people, narcissists, friends and narcissists. The whole fucking system, school system, doctors, the medical system, the social workers, every fucking system has abused me in this country. And also people and doctors I met. And you just need drugs to get by. That's just it. Like my mother and father, one fragile, one rigid narcissist. They can't live without alcohol. You know, the pain of living with that kind of ego problems, it's so severe you can't. The substances becomes your lifeline. But anyway, so he's here. I'm channeling him, and he's talking to me. Now he's over by the window again, sighing, holding the window board where the flowers are standing. Yeah, so why isn't the abuse so severe this time now? When I was honest and outed everything, and the questions were honest, and everything on YouTube, because they were honest and I got to answer honestly. He says, okay. So I telepathically said we have to end it here because the video can't get too long, because and he telepathically said directly, yes, let's end it here. So that's what we would do. Love to you all. I hope you had a happy new year. I was alone myself on New Year's Eve because the father of my children wanted to have my children to himself alone. So have not much friends, had no friends and kind of not in a close relationship to my family at all, so I didn't even kind of hear of them last night on New Year's Eve, so all alone, but hey, that's life, I guess. But hope you had it good anyway, and hope you have a real good new year. 2022 it is now. I had to think a little extra there. But anyway, peace and out.